When a form is submitted, a cake request is created and then passed by reference to the various layers of an application. By default, the cake request is assigned to the this request. So for example, if we wanted to request all the data from our form, whether it was modified data or unmodified, we could use the this request and then the data variable. When a form is sent, we sometimes need to know whether it was sent via post or get, or any of the other parameters available to us. In order to do that, in cake.php, we would use the is method. The is method takes one parameter. You have a list of parameters to choose from. You can use post, get, put, delete, head, options, Ajax, SSL, Flash, or mobile. For example, we would use this request and then the is method and pass in the parameter post. When the form is submitted, we need to be able to save the data. When we add new data to the database, we start out by calling the create method. This resets the model state for saving new information. It clears out the model ID value. For example, we would type this and then our model name and then the method create. After we called the create method, we would then need to call the save method. The save method can take up to 3 parameters. The first parameter, which is always used, is the array formatted data that you want to save. A second parameter, which is optional, allows you to sidestep validation. This is a Boolean value, so you would pass in true or false. The third parameter, which is also optional, would be a list of model fields to be saved. For example, we would type out this, our model name, and then the save method. As a parameter, we would pass in the data that we want to save, and in this example we're passing the data directly from the form into our save method. After a form is submitted, we normally want to redirect the user to a page where we can confirm that the data they submitted was saved. For this purpose, we would use the redirect method. The redirect method takes one parameter but can be of various types. Here are a few examples of the types that you can pass in. A string indicating the action you would like to go to. This action would need to be located in the same controller the redirect is in. If you want to redirect to a different controller altogether, you can pass in an array with the elements indicating the controller and the action you would like to go to. You can also pass in a relative path of a controller and action. For example, we can type this, redirect, and then the action you would like to go to. In this case, it's index. In this second example, we have an array being passed in as the parameter. The controller and the action are elements of that array. So in this example, it would be going to the items controller and the index action inside that controller. Our third example is basically a different way of writing our previous example. For this example, we would basically indicate our controller action by using a relative path. So this would redirect to the items controller, and then the / and then our action, which is thanks. The redirect has more parameter possibilities that we won't be covering in this course. If you are curious about those possibilities, you can check out those examples over at the cake.php website.